So what if I told you that your morning routine is actually holding you back? Now, if you're an entrepreneur or somebody with a lot of responsibilities, a family life, a day job, a business, aging parents, young kids, and so on and so forth, keep watching. If you're somebody who's single, who lives in your parents' house, they pay for all your bills, you're like 20, and you don't really have any sort of important lever-moving responsibilities early in the morning or in the middle of the day or soon as you wake up, and you can basically just do a perfect morning routine every day, you need to click off this video because it's not for you. But for everybody else, keep watching. Now, here's the thing. If you have responsibilities, if you exercise often, if you have late nights, if you have early mornings, if you have different sort of things gnawing at you from morning to night, as is characteristic of city life, you're going to sooner or later realize that every morning is not going to be waking up at the same time, unless you put an alarm, which is really bad for health. I do not recommend that. I know some of you are rolling your eyes at that, but those are facts of life, and I'll explain more about health on this channel as well. You're very quickly going to realize that you're not going to have the same morning routine every day. It's not going to be the same length of time that you have to do that morning routine every day. Some of the things in your morning routine might be, for example, for me, earthing and grounding, which is allowing the free electrons from the earth to come up into your body. You may not get to do that every morning outside because it might be raining. So things will change inevitably as they do. Okay, so if we don't do the morning routine, Zephyr, what do? Here's what you do. Here's what I propose and what I've been doing, and it's been working for me to a great extent. What you need to do is grab 3 or 4 of your highest priority tasks for the day and do them first as soon as you can. Now, don't get me wrong, that doesn't necessarily mean hustle, or work on your online business only, or work at your day job only. There could be other things, right? For you, it could be something as simple as, I brush my teeth well because, I'm a speaker, or I'm a news anchor, or I'm a lawyer. I want my teeth to be white when I'm speaking. Fine. That's your thing. Right. Somebody else, that's going to be, I have to get in a gym workout because if I don't, there's going to be 18 different things I need to do. And before I know it, look at the clock and it's 10 p.m. All parents can understand this. And at 10 p.m., we're wondering, do we work out? Do we wind down? What do we do at this point, right? Is it even healthy to work out at 10 p.m.? What are we supposed to do? For me, for example, these activities are going to the gym or getting in a proper deep workout, working my muscles in a deep way, right? It could be a blog article for my blog because I'm building an online business and have been for the last 7 or 8 years and so on. It could be editing the next video and putting that out because I'm also a YouTuber. And it definitely is looking into my daughter's development because she's 7, and that's a very important stage of development. Language-wise, mathematics-wise, technology-wise, just the way the brain works, outdoors, how much outdoor time is she getting versus indoor time. We don't want her to just get stuck every day at home watching the TV and so on and so forth. Then I have a second set of tasks, which are the second most important, okay? That is being a nice husband to my wife. Sorry, the daughter thing comes first. So being a nice husband to my wife, taking care of my aging parents, see whether I spend enough time with them that day, cleaning up old YouTube videos that may have not so nice thumbnails, and I don't know what I was thinking. I got into a bit of a zone and a bit of a phase there with my identity, so I didn't really know what I was doing, exploring, learning, but that's all part of life. Cleaning that up, cleaning up old blog articles, cleaning up broken links online, and so on and so forth. Planning out guests for the next few episodes of the Zephyr show, and so on and so forth. That's the secondary. The third most important thing, which is also important, would be things like relaxing at night to wind down. That by default will be at night, so your brain shuts off, because people with curious brains like me and most entrepreneurs, if an entrepreneur is enjoying what they're doing, they will work through the night. You surely know somebody like this in your life. They won't stop because they love it so much. So we need to plan a wind down activity to do that. Another thing that's the third most important for me is getting in my steps for the day. For 2026, I've done an average of 8,000 steps a day since the start of the year, and I'm on track and I'm keeping on going. There would be things like admin around the house, decluttering, because we moved into a house about a year ago, but we're still taking out old cardboard boxes, old files, old things we don't need, step by step, because I'm not the kind of guy who can just stop my work for like 6 months and go, this is renovation time. Sorry, I can't do that. We tried that, didn't really work, and I had to get back to my work urgently. And so a little bit every day, and so on and so forth. So instead of doing a perfect morning routine, I woke up, I did my meditation, then I brushed, then I pooped, then I had a glass of water with electrolytes. Only then did I go out and do grounding, and only then did I allow myself to do my abs, and only then did I allow myself to eat, and only then did I allow myself to talk to anybody else in the family. Until then, I was headphones plugged in or locked in a room because, in the morning, you affect your mind by whatever you take in. All that is true. And there are phases and stages of life where you can do that, and that's wonderful. And hopefully that goes deep into your psyche and keeps you in that positive vibration. In even the phases that you cannot do that in your life, and you have to wake up and respond to a work emergency. You have to wake up and respond to your daughter needing to be sent off to swimming class. You have to wake up to your boss going, you missed out this email, I'm inside the boardroom, fucking send the email right now, or we're all not going to have a job because the company's going to close next week. All of this, it could happen. Right? So eventually you might get to that stage. Then you might have a more relaxed stage where you can go back to morning routines. Then you might have a more on-the-go phase. Let's say you're like a journalist or a lawyer or a prisoner for some reason. Imagine you're in prison. You got into jail in some country for doing something. Whatever that may be, not judging you right now. Might be your fault, might not be your fault. What morning routine are you possibly going to have in a jail? Okay, maybe you're a Muslim. Okay, you're going to pray. You're going to wake up and pray, right? You're a religious person. Great. Then you're going to maybe do some exercise. Then you're going to do this. But what if it's a prison with low security and somebody walks into your cell and punches you and now you have a bloody face? What happened to your morning routine that day? So there are many such scenarios in life. Whatever walk of life you come from, whichever country you're in, there's going to be days and stages you can't do the perfect morning routine. Don't let that make you think that you're not whole or you're not wholesome or you've not done well in life or in your day. I've found that as long as you move the primary levers forward again and again, for me, like let's say that's gym, for example, eventually, and this is even if you wake up at 3 p.m. that day for whatever reason you work through the night, fine. Even if you do that, over time, that stuff's going to compound. There's going to be 300 blog articles on your website. There's going to be a lot of gym and exercise work you've done. So now you look fucking fantastic, no matter what time of day, year, whatever. It's just a thing you do. Okay, your name's John. Okay, John always looks fucking fantastic. That's just what John does, So these things are going to compound. And hopefully you've chosen your primary tasks, like I said, with some importance and some brain power. And so they are really your primary tasks. And that moves your life and career forward and holds you up even on the days when you can't do the best thing possible for yourself in terms of the perfect morning routine, which would have been ideal for mind, body, spirit. And I know that kind of urge because I'm that kind of person. But I found over time, it doesn't really matter. You can perform just as well in real life as the people doing 16 meditations in the morning. Of course, I'm not saying ditch meditation forever. Like I said, go back to it when you can. But really just forgive yourself in the morning for a fucked up morning, whenever you have it, and get on with the rest of your life and do the primary tasks. No matter how hard it is, how imperfect it is, how you feel inside, just get it done. Chug a cup of coffee, water, whatever your thing is, get it done. Right? Think of happy moments in your life and get it done. Think of how much better you'll be in 10 years if you get it done. Just fucking get it done. And forget about the perfect morning routine. Thanks so much. If you enjoyed this style of video and if you're resonating with what I'm saying and you'd like to book me for certain services like my spiritual readings, healing, life coaching, success coaching, and so on and so forth, just shoot me an email at zephyr.swift@gmail.com. If you're also going through some difficulties in life, I counsel clients as well. And so you can just reach out to me and we can see what's what from there and if I'm able to provide you any services or help you in life. Thanks, take it easy, and see you on the next one.